Have you ever stumbled upon a local rule that sounded absolutely wild, like it was from another century, and wondered if anyone would ever actually enforce it today? Perhaps something about purple houses or specific laundry days. Well, the straight answer is yes. Forgotten local rules and ordinances can absolutely be enforceable today. Just because a rule feels old or obscure does not automatically make it invalid in the eyes of the law. The main reason these rules retain their power is simply because they have never been officially repealed. Laws remain as active and binding until they are formally removed from the books by the governing body that enacted them. Many local governments have extensive municipal codes that are updated infrequently, especially for minor or outdated provisions. Think of it like an old computer program still running in the background until someone explicitly shuts it down. Furthermore, enforcement often comes down to discretion and awareness. An officer or local official might not even know about a specific ordinance, but if it is brought to their attention or if a situation arises that falls under its scope, it can theoretically be enforced. This is especially true for rules related to public safety, health, or property maintenance, even if they seem minor. However, some very old laws might be challenged on constitutional grounds or deemed unenforceable if they are too vague, which is a legal concept known as void for vagueness. So, how can you tell if one of these quirky local rules might still apply to you? The best first step is to check your local municipal code, which is often available online through your city or county government website. You can also contact your local city clerk or town administrator's office. These officials are usually happy to help you navigate the local ordinances and clarify any questions you might have about specific rules. If you are facing a potential issue, understanding the specific language of the ordinance and its original intent can be very helpful. Remember, knowledge is power when it comes to navigating local regulations. It is also important to understand the legal concept of preemption. This happens when a higher authority, like a state or federal government, passes a law that overrides or limits a local ordinance on the same subject. So, a forgotten local rule about, say, pet ownership might be invalid if the state has a more comprehensive and conflicting animal control law. Another interesting aspect is selective enforcement, where officials might choose to enforce certain rules more strictly than others, often based on public complaints or current priorities. This highlights that while a rule might be on the books, its practical application can vary. Ultimately, understanding that forgotten local rules can still be active helps us appreciate the dynamic nature of law and civic responsibility. It is not just about avoiding penalties, but about being an informed community member. By knowing how to check and understand these rules, you can confidently navigate your local environment and perhaps even contribute to updating policies that no longer serve a useful purpose, ensuring your community's regulations truly reflected today's needs.